Hello there. My name is Oluwatoyin Obo and I am the founder of the Discipleship Academy. The Discipleship Academy is a community of families where we equip the families on how to thrive and actually face the battles in these end times. Well, do you know that everyone parents the way they were raised? Unless you intentionally look out for a different template. The truth of the matter is we become who we are and what we see. Like every professional job, you are expected to be certified. It means that you actually go through a school of learning that equips you to be able to fully function in that job role. Parenting is no different. However, most of us stumbled into parenting. We did not think about it. We just thought it was the right thing to do. I mean, you get married and the next thing you have to have kids. And so there was no plan, there was no learning, there was no vision before embarking on that journey. Today, we're going to be looking at the impact of parenting styles on a child's growth. Now, if you are raising your child the way you were raised, you have to understand that you are a different individual from your child. It is very important that you evaluate your parenting style. How are you raising your children? Now, I've also found that over the years that parents raise children differently. For the first one is a different style. For the middle child, most likely a different style. For the last one, also a different style. And so we're going to be looking at this. Which one is most effective for raising a successful child to thrive in the world as at today? Remember that you were raised in a different world. The world has totally evolved. And I tell people, if computers have evolved, if electronics have evolved, why are we not evolving in our parenting style? The first one we're going to be looking at is the authoritarian parenting style. The authoritarian parenting style goes with the paradigm of a win-lose situation. So the parent always has their way. It's their way or the highway. They come in with a very strong will of discipline. And the children often, turn out good. Their children are very obedient, follow instructions. Sometimes, however, in the teen years, they become very aggressive, become very rebellious. Because in this parenting style, there is no form of bonding, no communication. Approval is given based on performance. Acceptance is also based on performance. There is no physical touch. Everything has to be on schedule and done a certain way according to how the parent views and perceives it to be. The children do not have a voice in this home. I once had a counseling session with a child who was self-harming, and the child would say, because when my parents get back and I have made a mistake, I will get the flogging of my life. The parent did not understand that in trying to in trying to raise a good child, they were actually damaging their child. You see, you parent based on the knowledge that you have acquired. You parent based on the internal subconscious manual that you have been handed over by your parents. And that is why it is intentional to reprogram your mind and even, take your knowledge a step further so that you can do a better job than your parents. As disciples of Christ, it is very important that we parent just like our Savior Jesus. Our Lord and Master showed us a perfect way to parent. And one of the things he did was, the Bible says that he called the disciples first to be with him before sending them on the assignment. And so for the authoritarian parenting, there is no coming to be with me. It is go. Now, the next parenting style is the permissive parenting style. For the permissive parenting style, this is a lose-win paradigm. Now, what usually happens is that the parents do not like confrontation, they do not like conflict, they want to be their children's friends. And so there's a lot of nurturing, yes, there's bonding, but there are no boundaries whatsoever. And so children are not held accountable for their actions. They do not face consequences of their decisions. Now, in as much as the parents mean very well, but meaning very well is not what the children require. What is required is that you raise a child that can thrive in the world. You are raising an adult, not necessarily a child. Your child would one day leave your home. And so you must always have it at the back of your mind that you are raising a child that will leave your house. And you need that child to be able to adapt to the world at large. And so for permissive parenting, we find out that children are very, very entitled, selfish, lazy, unruly most of the time. They can be very caring and loving, unlike those who are raised under the authoritarian style of parenting, who do not have any form of empathy, most of the time, and are always tend up to be people pleasers. But for the permissive parenting, they've been allowed to raise themselves, and so they throw caution to the air. The next parenting style is the neglectful parenting. Here, it's a lose-lose paradigm because the parents are unevolved. They are not involved emotionally. Most of the times they can provide maybe the basic necessities of the children, and they feel that is enough. They do not show up for any milestones. They do not show up for anything that the children are doing, and they are hardly around. They are literally absent from their children's lives. And you would always hear parents say, after all, I am hustling. I am going around to look for bread so that the family can be comfortable. But they forget that to a child, the most important thing is a parent's presence, actively present. To a child, love is actually spent time. So for the uninvolved parenting style, the truth of the matter is there is no parent with that child. All right. And then the last is the authoritative parenting style. This one, there is a balance between nurturing and structure. Discipline is actually structure. So in this house, in this home, the children are in a predictable environment. They do understand that they will be held accountable for their actions. They do understand that their parents are there and will love them no matter what, even if. So there is unconditional love. There are lots of memories that are made here. However, the boundaries are set and the children are made to be accountable. And with this, you find out that the children, when they grow up, are able to thrive and not survive in the society at large. Why? Because the parents have made the children understand that they will not always be in their children's lives, literally following them everywhere. And so in my book, Parenting by Design, a roadmap to raising resilient children, you would find out a lot of, templates and strategies that actually guide parents to raise children that can thrive in today's world. Trust me, we are living in very difficult times, and so it is very important that we equip ourselves as parents with the knowledge, skills required to empower our children in this present day. I hope this has been helpful. God bless you all. And stay tuned. Remember, click the subscribe button and share the link. More grace.